Rightio folks, it is the Stockcars Tasman Thunder boys back out on deck as we welcome the Mad Butcher Stockcars to the track and welcome the return of the car number 14, Justin Hearn, out of retirement. He's got too much itchy feet and is making his return as he said he wasn't going to. Of course, car 93, Liam Smith are racing tonight. 469, the visitor from the Eastern States Titans, did great battle. Gavin Marshall, Michael Payne, another one that was on Thunder duty last weekend. Along with the 65 car of Brad Frost, got a bit of steel work, brand new steel work on the front bumper. Certainly one of the hitmen from our last weekend. 217, the Keeley Tees picked up a couple of wins as well for the Tasman Thunder back out tonight as we go into the hit to pass. Car number 94, Damien McGurr out there. And of course we've got the 95 out there, the Lightning McQueen car of Nick Brunning. So a few more cars coming out, the 44 in car of Craig Tatnell. And the 74 GM Dave Houston tank from Greymouth, getting some laps in on the new tank. 19 Adam Hall back out after Tasman Thunder duties. Of course picked up a couple of trophies, including the Pomeroy Trophy for opening matting and the Trackman Trophy for the stock car race that night. As we see a good lineup of stock cars for this particular heat. So the stock cars brought to us by the Mad Butcher as we just wait for our push car to merging on off the track in the 14N car. What a way to start your new racing season, off pole on the first race. Track doesn't look too bad. Hopefully it'll flatten out as this clay comes back to us. Of course the weather been a little bit inclement over the last couple of days, but the racing is keeping things happening. And of course the other car, the 4N car of Troy Curry, had a good race up in the Eva Destruction the other weekend, got some new bumper work done on that. The cars find themselves around the turn number 1 for the first time. The Mad Butcher stock cars hit the pass, heat number 1, and these guys are certainly going to get in amongst it as they find themselves down the back straight as we see the car get walled up, the 52 hitting the back of the 94 and slamming them into the back straight wall as they turn themselves around. Frosty coming through there. It is the 95 car though of Nick Brunning taking the race lead after lap number 1, though there is a bit of smoke coming from the car and also a bit of smoke coming off the 52 car of Jack Ethel after that hit down the back straight with the 94 car, which is parked infield of Damien McGurr. And the 38 car obviously could be a new driver, and it is Simon Bowen. And the 38 car just slightly lower as the smoke gets a little bit bigger out of the 95 car. It's obviously got something locked up, we suggest, or it might be a bit of oil just leaking off the car, but it is certainly smoking. Royden Stanley car 22 was on Thunder duties a couple of weeks ago. The ex-Andrew Quay car leading them out as they go through lap number 3. Bradley Frost up into third spot from Keeley Tees. Liam Smith, the 93 car coming through, the ex-Ralph Gillespie machine. And 31 also coming through there of Dylan Clark. So these guys spread themselves out, not too much contact happening at the moment. 31 car dives to the infield, obviously got problems with that. There's the 95 car continues to smoke badly down the back straight, with the 52 car also smoking, pulling in obviously some oil issues with that car. Car number 27 pulled on the infield as well, and that's Dylan Hall. These guys fire through. 67N also having issues trying to get some speed out of that particular car. 95, the smoke's done its dash, he's pulled on the infield. Has the 95 car of Nick Brunning, and 65 Brad Frost also coming to a halt down the back straight. So Brad Frost running into trouble as we see Troy Curry and the 74 of 74, here we go, big hits down the back straight into Dixie's Hill, and the 67 car feeling the full wrath of that as Dave Houston Jr. goes to go battle with Troy Curry. The action down the back of the pack as we go red, and the 67 car coming to a halt down just before Dixie's Hill. The 5N car of Daniel McLaughlin, the Jack's Tyres machine just pulling infield as well. So quite a few retirees, including the 14 car of Justin Hearn, the pole position leader, parked on the infield. So a few cars. Brad Frost also running with issues. 67 just backing off the track at the moment. Your race leader at the moment, lap 6 of 10, is Royden Winstanley from Liam Smith, Keeley Tees, Adam Hall, Gavin Marshall from Eastern States right up there as well, as is John Everett in the 68N car. Then we go back to the 44 of Craig Tatnell. Dave Houston Jr. sitting in the top 10 at the moment, with Dylan McLaughlin pulled in, so he'll gain another spot under this red light. as we see Craig Pino, our Stipenary steward, just moving Troy Curry forward just a little bit. For those that don't recognise the four-end car, that's the ex-car of Zach from Eastern States. Zach Thompson, world famous, that car, that green chassis. It's very hard to bend those side rails on that car, and that car has been custom made for Troy. It is a dream combination, Troy Curry and that particular machine, and he's having an absolute ball as we go back under starters orders. About to go green again as the red light goes out, and we are racing about now. There we go, 5-second delay, and Royder and Stanley takes off. Smitty in 93 dives round and probably got 4 or 5 car lengths behind Royder and Stanley. These two tussled earlier in the season with Liam putting Royden up the wall in front of the tower in the first opening meeting of the night, as some of the back markers about to be passed by our race leader Royder and Stanley using the front bumper, and to get past Dave Houston Jr., who takes him out to the wall, and that'll shift Liam Smith into first spot. So Royden just parks it up down turn 1 and 2. We'll try and back out of it as Dave Houston just holds him up. So these guys starting to have a bit of a play. One of the Greymouth Grizzlies as Keatley Teach just pushes the 94 car of Damien McGurr out of the way. Damien just trying to get himself tidied back up again as quite a few cars are parked on the infield. 68 car of John Everett into 5th spot as the 44 car of Craig Tatnell into slot 6. Michael Painter, one of the hitmen, coming through as he takes a shot with the 68 car of John Everett, and we see this 94 car almost parked at the pit gate, and he's gone thumbs down waiting for the referee to have a look, so we will go red very shortly if the referees pick up that he's gone thumbs down. His hand did come out, but the racing at the moment, referees haven't picked it up, but we are gone to the checkered flag, so we'll leave that car in front of the pit gate as we looked, and the race will be finished under caution, and Liam Smith picks up the race win from Keatley Teast, Adam Hall, Gavin Marshall, Craig Tatnell, Michael Painter, John Everett, Royden Stanley, who lost to 5 or 6 places, courtesy of Dave Houston Jr. Go back to Dylan McLaughlin, and then a whole list of DNFs. There we go. Young Liam Smith, he's had a bit of difficulty trying to fire up that car over the last few weeks. He's had electrical problems. I think he may have had the same batteries that Jared Grace had over the last few weeks, but when that car goes, we know it's a very, very good car, and the young driver that's in it is a very, very competitive driver as well. We've seen that through youth mini stocks over a number of seasons, and it's good to see him doing some good lap times, and congratulates him on picking up the first win in the Mad Butcher Hit to Pass Stockcars for tonight.
Want a great night out for all the family? Want great value? Need excitement? Need action, thrills, speed and spills? Then you need to be at your local Speedway's next race meeting. It's got it all! Speedway, the entertainment sport.
Radio folks, the Mad Butcher stock cars back out on the track, and looks like we've still got a couple of cars missing, but we'll line them back up. Here we go, 74 car of Dave Houston Jr. just making his way back out on the track. Here we go, no, still some more firing through. 27 car back out on the front there. Dylan Hall, it looks like we've got a gap on the front. Smitty, Liam Smith, the last race winner, got a free run off grid number 4. We go back to 217. Keatley Tease, he'll be one of the ones to watch. Gavin Marshall from Eastern States, the stalwart of the Titans, and he's going particularly well. Of course, good to see you, Moo and Carla out here tonight, the number 1 team. As these guys are lined up, ready to go. Just a couple of cars to grid up at the back. The clerk of the course just gridding these guys up bumper to bumper. And of course the stock car teams racing on the 11th and 12th of December. 2 nights of teams racing, both Super Stock cars, and also the Nelson Knights are here racing as well against the Christchurch team. So plenty of teams racing on that particular weekend, the double header, so set yourselves aside for that. Should be 2 nights of fantastic racing, bumper bending action. And the Mad Butcher stock cars are lined up, ready to go. The 27 car of Dylan Hall off the front, and behind him the 5 car of Daniel McLaughlin. Michael Painter not too far away as well, the 67 car of Kristen Smith. As they're under the starter's hands, lights go green, they're firing through. Watch Liam Smith to come through, and he'll try and slide around the outside of the leading pack. A couple of guys doing battle. Keeley Smith, his car's died on the front straight, so he'll go thumbs down. So we're going to go red, folks. Yep, there it goes. So we'll just wait for these cars to sort themselves out. Something's gone wrong with the 217 car. It looks like it's locked in gear or something. Maybe the brakes have seized on it. So we'll just wait for a tractor to push him off. Looks like they've got a new tractor here at the moment. But yeah, certainly bits and pieces missing off the car. Looks like the drive shaft's come completely out. So that's why he's not going anywhere. The drive shaft's completely fallen out. He's got nothing going through to the back wheels. And it looks like something's locked in gear. So we're back in the starter's orders. So we'll wait for the red light to go out. There'll be a wee bit of a delay, and then we'll go racing. And it should go about green now. There we go, and it is the 93 car of Liam Smith leads him through. The ex-Ralph Gillespie machine, the ex-Tim Alexander machine. There goes Gavin Marshall heading out through as well. Of course, it is touch to pass. Michael Painter through there, Adam Hall and Daniel McLaughlin. So as they sort themselves around the back straight, Gavin Marshall slot into second spot. The 27 car of Dylan Hall trying to hold on from Michael Painter. The rest of the cars sorting themselves out. 68 coming through there of John Everett, and behind him is Troy Curry. I'm sure he'll be wanting to use a bit of that bumper, as well. The 44 car of Craig Tatnell had a good race in the previous heat. 74 car of Dave Houston Jr. from Greymouth in the tank, newly acquired tank this season, and he'll be looking to try and do some great guns, hopefully try and make the Grizzlies, if the Grizzlies have a team this year. Of course, they went to Rotorua last year for their first time, looking at possibly going to Gisborne this year. Winner and Stanley trying a big nudge on Adam Hall as they find themselves around the front straight. Not too much of the bumpers being used at this stage, hit the pass. The guys just spreading themselves out pretty well, but it is Liam Smith leading them away in the 93 car, going great guns around there in the lap number 4 from Gavin Marshall. The self-built 469E car, the Jester car from Michael Painter, the hitman of the Tasman Thunder. Here we go, one of the class runners of Adam Hall, as we see Troy Curry on the slow-mo. So he'll be looking at lining up someone, and it might be Dave Houston Jr. he might be aiming for. No, maybe not. Yes, Dave's just sitting here going to go and have a play. Here comes Smitty, so we'll see what Smitty does with Troy Curry. Goes straight past him, so that's not quite hit the pass. Liam probably trying to pick up a checkered flag at some stage this season, so this may be his opportunity. And some of these back markers are starting to get passed by our lead cars. Gavin Marshall, Michael Painter battling up for the minor spots. Michael Painter just giving Gavin a bit of a nudge. Gavin comes back at him as they try and shoot around Dave Houston Jr. Here comes Adam Hall sneaking through as well. Troy Curry starting to find a little bit of speed as his wing just looks a little bit loose on top of the car. Guys giving him a bit of stick earlier on in the season. Justin Hearn's starting to use the front bumper as well on the back of Daniel McLaughlin. The guy's just starting to fire up a little bit. John Everett got his hands full with Craig Tatnell in the minor places. And at the moment, Liam Smith has picked up the race lead. There we go. Michael Painter gets loose. Oh, big hit from Troy Curry on Woodinrin. Stanley takes a big hit, and there's no love lost between these two former mini stock racers. I think they've had a fair bit of fun and games at the Westport Racing Arena, so we'll wait to see what Royden can get this car fired up. Two of the Thunder team cars are in battle, and looks like he's trying to go thumbs down, is he? Not 100% sure. So we'll wait to see what the referees do. May not be able to see him. Troy Curry's front wheel looking slightly second hand. Yep, it looks like they wanted to go thumbs down, but we have gone check it, so it's another time for the stock cars to stop. They'll go out there and check young Royden, and I'm sure he'll certainly keep that one in the memory banks as a race win goes to Liam Smith once again, although touch the pass probably wasn't quite there, but he does pick up a checkered flag. And then we've got Adam Hall coming through after catching up with Gavin Marshall. Go back to Dylan Hall, and then we go Daniel McLaughlin, John Everett, Justin Hearn, Craig Tatnall, Michael Painter, Dave Houston Jr. and DNFs for Royal Stanley, Dan McClure, Keatley Teese, 67 car of Kristen Smith, and the 38 car, we didn't finish the race either, of Simon Bowen. And 94 car out there as well, as we said, Daniel McGurr. So there we go, heat number 2 of the stock cars hit the pass, brought to us by the Mad Butcher, and certainly these Tasman Thunder boys getting in amongst it. As we see, Keatley Teese might have a wee bit of work to do. Looks like they might have to replace the drive shaft and gearbox or the diff, as bits and pieces fell right off that. Bit of oil coming through as well. So that is a shame for the young gun. Very quick machine this one, the 217 car.
At Mag and Turbo, we're not just a mag wheel shop, we're a supermarket for tyres. Street, track or economy, we have a performance tyre to suit your driving and your budget. 17-inch tyres from $119, 18-inch tyres from $139 and 19-inch tyres from $179. When you buy tyres off us, you get one of these. Free tyre rotation, puncture repairs and alignment checks for the life of the tyres. If you need performance tyres, give us a call. 0800 MAGS for you.
As we watch these stock car boys are back out on the track, and I haven't seen Speedway Pete for a wee while. He's got me coffee. I'm quite happy tonight. The old throat's not going too bad. Got a big day tomorrow over in Grandmouth. Hopefully the weather holds up. I know this meeting wasn't looking too good earlier in the week, but the weather has certainly held away. Got a bit of blue sky out there, and behind the beautiful sunset and behind the control tower, and we've had some pretty good racing tonight. So good to see the weather gods have treated us pretty well. And the ones to watch out for in this particular race as the sun sets on the stock cars heat number 3 to hit the pass will be the 19N car and the 93 car 469E Gavin Marshall. They're your top 3 cars going into this particular race, and you drop back a wee way through. I think there were 38 points, 36 points. The next one back on that is the 44 car of Craig Tatnall, who's on 29 points. So a few gaps opening up in this. And we've got the Greymouth car, 74 GM of Houston, and we see a bit of smoke coming out of one of the particular machines. Not sure if it's out of the tank or whether it is Houston's machine just blowing a bit of blue smoke. Waiting for the push car to come off as they just close up the gaps. Obviously there's a few cars missing from this particular one. Troy Curry back out there. We'll see what he does with Royden standing just looking for the 22 car on there. No, can't see Royden out there. That is, oh no, there he is, right. Couple of car backlights from Troy Curry. So let's have a look at the 22N and the 4N in this particular race after the big hit in the previous race. Frosty back out there again, the 65 car, the hitman of the Tasman Thunder. And a few of these cars trying to do themselves justice to get in the Tasman Thunder for that teams racing on the 12th and 11th and 12th of December. 4+ teams heading here, plus we've got the Glen Eagles McCool Trophy. And of course the Nelson Knights against the Canterbury Street Stock team. So 2 nights of fantastic racing here. Craig Tatnall sitting 4th on points at the moment, just coming into the back of the pack at the moment. Then we go back to the 52 car with smoking earlier in the night, Jack Ethorn. And a nicely presented car, this particular one as well. And good to see Justin Hearn, the 14 car, back out there on his debut for the season. Guys, put their bumpers down. We are racing 74 car of Dave Houston Jr. Slow to start off with as Royden Stanley tries to get hold of Troy Curry. So we'll be lining up Troy. Watch the 4 car, the 22. That's what we'll be looking for. Here comes Royden trying to line him up at the moment and gives him a big hit shot. Puts him out towards the wall and tries to put him up. And there we go. We said we weren't going to be any love lost. We've seen 93 Liam Smith, Brad Frost all trying to have a hit around there. Adam Hall in the tank just looking for him. and he'll be the one out in the lead, so he's leading the points at the moment. So just having a look, Troy Curry still floating around in the 4N car. That car extremely hard to kill. It looks like Woodinwood Stanley's run into trouble. Might have done his steering, so Troy Curry's going to win that one. Oh, big hit! Justin Hearn's over! Upside down! Beautifully put in by Dylan Hall. And the young fella, welcome back, Red Feathers. He's just got a dusting up that time round. Come out of Dixie's Hill, got set up nicely. He was in for the ride, and Dylan Hill, car 27, just served him up a beauty. But Justin Hearn's back on the deck now. They can check the car out, keep the roll cage out. If he can fire it up, he's good to go. So it could be revenge in motion here. Just looking on the track to see if there's any parts missing off the car. Car looks reasonably straight. The wheels still go down. Just having a wee look down on the side here to make sure everything's okay. Not sure if there's a bit of steel on the track just in front of the car. But he looks like he's good to go. So here we go. One of the Tasman stalwarts from the last couple of years. He'll be having his sights set on the 27 car. Beautifully put up and served up, as we see fourth spot 44 of Craig Tutnell gone to the infield, and as is Woodinwood Stanley. So as we said earlier, we saw that battle was going to happen. Troy Curry just parked on the infield. Looks like he's got some front left suspension damage as well on that car. Brad Frost just been put up by Craig Piner, our stipendiary steward, just putting up a wee spot. So Brendan Higgins looking at that. What did Brendan think? Big thumbs up for that one. Yeah, love that. That was a classic hit. Brilliant hit from that one. Brendan loving that one. I hope the crowd got a good earful of that one. That was fantastic. So these guys are mixing it up, and the stock cars hit the pass, and they're going to catch up on the TQs for rollovers. Here we go. Justin Hearn back out and racing. So watch out for the 27 car. He might be fired up. And out in front, Adam Hall, Michael Painter, Gavin Marshall up there, Smitty, Liam Smith, the top three. Oh, there we go. Woodinwood Stanley's back out. Where's Troy Curry? Is he still circulating? Yes, he is. He's got a bit of damage, so he could be served up as well. Justin Hearn, he'll be looking for that 27 car. So there could be action of plenty as they dive around. Only lap number 3, so plenty of laps to do some hunting. Liam Smith trying to catch up with Adam Hall for the race lead. It is touch to pass as these guys fire through. And here we go, Dylan Hall coming through. Troy Curry having a go at Justin Hearn. The 95 car, Jack Tyres diving to the infield. Something gone wrong with that. Bit of blue smoke. There goes the 94 car heading infield as well. As we just keep on the track, looking at what's happening. Brad Frost having a go with the 5 car of Daniel McLaughlin. And just looking to see where Troy Curry is. Troy Curry dived the infield, his front bumper rubbing on the ground, so major suspension trouble. And I think he's going to wait for a separate day as Brad Frost touches the wall. Has a bit of a bash up with Daniel McLaughlin. So here we go, the 68 car of John Evans, Ethorn getting put in as well. So plenty of action. Here goes Gavin Marshall with Liam Smith fighting for these race lead. Adam Hall out there just looking for these other battles. Justin Hearn trying to catch up with the 27 car of Dylan Hall. Woodinwood Stanley calls of the night. So no one getting up and served off. Here comes Bradley Frost looking for the big hit, and he does. John Ethorn serving it up. Bradley just spins it up, so he's actually the loser of that one. And Brad will try and fire up the car, the 65N car, the hitman from the Thunder. Try and fire that through as he looks to serve up a few more. But at the moment, Adam Hall in the tank, going great guns at the moment from Michael Painter. Gavin Marshall, Liam Smith having a good battle in behind them. Dave Houston Jr. showing a bit of space. Here comes a bit of action. Daniel McLaughlin and Brad Frost might be having a bit of a play as Justin Hearn dives to the infield, loses a bit of space. I don't think he's going to be able to catch Dylan Hall, but he might be able to serve his brother up if he's not careful as they shoot around down the back straight on lap number 10. So we have down the checkered flag as Dylan Hall gets served up and spat out by Michael Painter and Justin Hearn, but it is past the checkered flag, and Justin Hearn trying to get a revenge, but Dylan Hall staying out of the trouble. He might just try and chase the car down. He has passed the checkered flag, so he's got to leave him. So unofficially it will be Adam Hall to pick up the race win from Michael Painter, Gavin Marshall, Liam Smith, and then we go back to Daniel McLaughlin. So these boys starting to have a good hit and a bit of banter going on. Troy Curry out there to do the damage. Woodinwood Stanley trying to serve him up, couldn't quite do it. But certainly some plenty of action coming up for these stock car boys in the next few weeks as well, and looking towards teams. Could be 2 Nelson teams yet for this championship on the 11th and 12th. We're waiting to get the official teams for that. But another win to Adam Hall, and that certainly was a few touch and passes, and Justin Hearn Big rollover, the wet feathers got his well and truly dusted. Car looking pretty good, only a bit of scratch. He'll enjoy that for his first hit out for the night. As it looks like the 52 car might need a push. Gavin Marshall from Eastern States Titans having a good run in that car. Really got that machine humming this season.
Hi, I'm Scott Williamson and welcome to X Factor Cars. Family owned and operated with 2 locations, Invercargill and Cromwell. Specialising in everything V8 from Holden Ford, HSV, FPV and with Southland's biggest selection of American muscle, we've got most bases covered. You only live once, but if you do it right, once is enough. Get the X Factor.